Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. Today we continue our series building decks around the new legendary creatures from Foundations. As I'm sure you saw from the thumbnail, we are building a $100 budget flicker deck led by Kyka, Zephyr Awakener. Also, and I know it's annoying to keep hearing this, but statistically if I don't ask you to like and subscribe, the video gets fewer subscribers. Kyka Zephyr Awakener is a 4-mana 3/4 legendary bird wizard with flying. Additionally, whenever we cast a non-creature spell, we may choose between one of two triggered abilities. The first one exiles a creature we control, and we return it to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. The second ability creates a 1/1 spirit creature token with flying. So, Kyka is an army in the can, but we're making a flicker deck here. If we need to make an army of 1/1s, we can, but we can also flicker our other creatures for value. Draw cards, destroy permanents, whatever we need to do. Yes, I know that Preston the Vanisher and Displacer Kitten would be amazing in this deck, but both of them are just a bit out of budget. Now, before we get to our deck list, a quick word from our sponsor, Ultimate Guard. Ultimate Guard was made famous by their Boulder, which now come in these lovely two-tone boxes, allowing you to show your guild loyalty. Unless you're a Filthy Dimir player who is simply disguising their deck, pretending to be the lawful and righteous Azorius. Find it if your local game store carries the new Ultimate Guard Synergy Boulders, or click on the link down below to order yourself one from Amazon. In order to build a functional commander deck, you need lots of different pieces, which is why I try to rely on my handy-dandy checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lanes and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. One more quick note before we get started. If you're looking for a unique gift for that special someone this holiday season, you should check out these lovely 3D printed deck boxes over on Etsy. The creator is wonderful to work with and ships the deck boxes quickly, so please go check him out. After the video, of course. For lands, we're running Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, Glacial Fortress, Glacial Floodplain, Idyllic Beachfront, Prairie Stream, Skycloud Expanse, Mystic Gate, Adarkar Wastes, Hengegate Pathway, Port Town, Temple of Enlightenment, Razortide Bridge, Azorius Guildgate, Azorius Chancery, Myriad Landscape, Evolving Wilds, Terramorphic Expanse, Scavenger Grounds, 8 Plains, and 8 Islands. Not too bad for a budget list. If you're wanting something stronger, consider cutting the dual lands that enter tapped for Hallowed Fountain, some fetch lands, Sea of Clouds, Deserted Beach, Meticulous Archive, and Flood Farm Verge, but none of those would have fit in the budget. Our mana ramp package consists of Paragon Drake, Solemn Simulacrum, Cloud of Fairies, Soul Ring, Wayfarer's Bauble, Arcane Signet, Talisman of Progress, Azorius Signet, Thought Vessel, Mind Stone, Felwar Stone, Marble Diamond, and Sky Diamond. Again, if you're wanting non-budget options, consider swapping the diamonds for medallions. For card advantage, we've got Helpful Hunter, Spirited Companion, Aether Channeler, Archaeomancer, Wall of Omens, Inspiring Overseer, Welcoming Vampire, Archmage Emeritus, Teferi's Ageless Insight, Muldrifter, Moonblessed Cleric, Frantic Search, Dour Port Mage, and Sun Titan. But we do want more ways to trigger our commanders, so we've got a small cantrip package in Opt, Ponder, Brainstorm, and Preordain. Our interaction and spot removal package consists of Dovin's Veto, Negate, Counterspell, Swords to Plowshares, Path to Exile, Skyclave Apparition, Lauren of the Third Path, An Offer You Can't Refuse, Generous Gift, Reality Acid, Deafening Silence, Eidolon of Rhetoric, Archon of Emeria, Rule of Law, and Commit Memory. Yes, we are running some Stax in our deck. Why do you ask? Our board wipes consist of Farewell, Supreme Verdict, Wrath of God, and Aetherize. When you need something gone, Supreme Verdict is there to help. The core of our deck is made up of Astral Dragon, Soul Herder, Panharmonicon, Ephemerate, Essence Flux, Cloud Shift, Restoration Angel, Ghostly Flicker, Eerie Interlude, Charming Prince, Felidar Guardian, Virtue of Knowledge, Confounding Conundrum, and Approach of the Second Sun. Now that we have our deck list, let's compare it to our checklist. 48 mana sources split between 35 lands and 13 pieces of ramp. A little light, but that's okay because we also have 18 pieces of card advantage counting our 4 cantrips, 16 pieces of interaction, 4 board wipes, 3 pieces of graveyard hate in Scavenger Grounds, Farewell, and Commit Memory, 1 sudden I win card in Approach of the Second Sun. Okay, I know a lot of you are wondering about all the Stax effects. 1 spell per turn, Danon? How could you? I get it, but picture this. It's your opponent's end step. Your commander is on board along with Muldrifter and Solemn Simulacrum. You cast Ephemerate, targeting Muldrifter. Kyka triggers, and you target Solemn Simulacrum. Sad Robot is exiled, then Ephemerate resolves, exiling Muldrifter. Muldrifter comes back, you draw 2 cards. At the next end step, Solemn Simulacrum returns to the battlefield, and you go fetch a basic off of its end of the battlefield ability. So, with only 1 spell in a turn, you drew 2 cards and got a basic land. Meanwhile, your opponent cast a mana rock and ended their turn. Stax in Commander is something you can build around. If our deck has a ton of triggers off of a single spell, we only need to cast 1 spell each turn to get ahead. Meanwhile, our opponents are stuck casting a single creature. Of course, since we have a bit of counter magic, that could be our 1 spell that we cast in a turn. If our opponents try to destroy something of ours, we can just counter it and drink up their sweet, sweet tears. Now, obviously, Kykar's Zephyr Awakener is nowhere near as powerful as Kykar Wind's Fury. The original Kykar can easily go infinite. All we need is the ability to cast a spell from the top of our library, and Sensei's Divining Top, and we can dig through our whole library. This Kykar is far more fair and balanced. I'm a big fan of not having every single version of a legendary creature be on the same power level. If you want a strong commander, play Kykar Wind's Fury. If you want something a bit more casual, stick with Kykar Zephyr Awakener. Speaking of which, are there 2 or more versions of the same legendary creature that you love? Which one of them do you prefer? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cutestuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. You can have a video made or just ask for help building or tuning a deck list. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Jiraiya, Danny, Muffins, Marcus, Brett, Roxy, Alex, Borgie, Nazwin, Konga, Aaron, Chris, Robert, Austin, William, Pye, Kazaris, Booksu, Patrick, Travis, Naffy, Noodle, Tiz, and Art. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander Deck videos every weekday, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.